How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for a new mod map to Farming Simulator 25 called Lipinki. And we're going to start with the description from the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to Lipinki, a small Polish map that is perfect for smaller equipment. The map includes 66 fields, 75 areas, biogas plants, sawmill, several collection points, gas station, several places of production, including a carpenter's, a spinning mill, and a dairy. Traffic, several forest areas, missions with transporting wood, destroying stones, and removing dry trees. Varied terrain, autumn and winter details such as snowmen and mounds of leaves, collectibles, and many more. Have fun." This map was created, there are no mods required for this map. This map was created by Greeniak and Faevrey? Yeah, it's 196.09 megabytes to download. If we take a look at the map, this is what it looks like. We start out down here on the kind of southern main portion of the road here, and we start out by owning farmlands number 1, 29, 45, 46, and 74. Number 1, which is right here, is an oat field that is ready to harvest. 29, right next to it, is a field with no product planted in it. 45 here is a wheat field that is ready to harvest. 46, a canola field ready to harvest. And 74 right here, that is your main starting farm. You cannot purchase all areas on the map. If we go to the farmland view here, you'll see a couple of these little inner areas like this little pond that's right out in front of your main farm here. You're not able to purchase that. The main city drive right here, town drive, you can't purchase that either. So there are several areas on this map you are not able to purchase. If we take a look down here, we do start out with a couple of animal pens. We have a chicken coop and a pig pasture. Contracts are available on this map. There are no productions to start out with. As you can see under owned, there's nothing here. And then under the statistics screen, there are collectibles on this map, 25 of them to be precise. If we take a look at mods specific to this map, we go under the buy menu first. There is no mods and DLCs tab here, so there is no mods specific to this map under this screen. And then if we take a look at the build menu, now starting out on the buildings tab, there is nothing under sheds, silos, silo extensions, constructibles, containers, tools, or farmhouses. Under the factories tab or productions tab, under factories, scroll all the way down to the bottom, you will see right down here at the very bottom where it says Dairy Lipinki mod. That is a mod that is specific to this map. It has been added in and is only found on this specific map. There is nothing, though, under selling points, greenhouses, cultivation, or generators. There is nothing under the animals tab whatsoever. Same thing with decorations, and same thing with the landscaping tab. So not a whole lot of mods that are specific to this map. So now let's go ahead and start checking things out and making our way around. So starting out way down here, we're going to run around for the first little bit here on the tour. Over here, we have the dairy. Now, the dairy can be purchased for $200,000, as you can see right there. And we have an input here and an output just behind me over there, and another input over here. So basically, you have one input. I believe this is kind of for your like palleted goods, and this is for your liquid goods over here. Because if we take a look at the production chains here under dairy, you'll see that you can make things like the buffalo milk, the buffalo mozzarella, butter, cheese, chocolate, goat's milk, bottled goat's cheese, and milk. And some of the things that they require, such as sugar for your chocolate, does require you to have palleted goods. I think that's really the only thing that you'd bring over here that's palleted, and everything else is liquids as best as I can tell. So yeah, pallets go there, liquids go over here, and output right there. Now running right across the street is the biogas plant. Now let's go ahead and check out the map just real quick. So go right here. We started just down the road, right down here. Came running down to the dairy here, and actually, oh, that's I didn't even realize that when I first did my walkthrough here. This isn't an actual input for the dairy. That's a sell point right there. This is cell point that's beside the dairy. So that's a part of the loading inputs for the dairy. This, what did this say? This was the, oh, there we go, milk sales point. All right, well, I'm glad I noticed that. Now back over to the biogas plant. This, as you can see, if we walk over here, there's no icons or anything to indicate that this is a production point. Well, to solve that, we go back to this here. We went from the dairy all the way over to farmland number 75. We purchased this land for $492,480. We'll go ahead and do that. And now you'll see all the various icons now appear. We do have access to all the various different inputs that we're used to: manure, silage, slurry, and sugar beet cut. Nothing out of the ordinary here. Now we have our solid input here, liquid input over here, and liquid output, aka digestate, right down there. There are a couple bunker silos right behind me, and now that we own the land, we can utilize it. So now we need to head out of here and go down the road just a little ways. Go ahead and cross the street right here. And now head down this road. This is going to be the longest little stretch where we don't have a ride, but we will be picking up a vehicle here very, very shortly. So coming up here on our left is our next point of interest. So tucked away right in here. All right. So right here we have the animal dealer. You can come to this location and purchase your animals directly using this icon, or you can use this same icon at any pens and pastures you already have placed down on the map. If you use this icon directly, though, you will incur an additional fee. That fee is associated to a delivery fee. The animal dealer is taking the animals from this location and putting them wherever you want around your map. Now, just to kind of point this out, for an adult cow, because we don't have a pen that'll hold cows, it costs an extra $100 per adult cow plus the base price. Now, if we go to something that we do have, which is pigs, you will see that you will be charged for our mid-range pigs a fee of $40 per pig. If we were to go ahead and get 25 of them, that would cost us an extra $1,000 on top of their base price. So that adds up pretty quickly. So if you want to, bring an animal trailer to this location and use that animal dialogue while an animal trailer is parked in this location, you'll be able to load into the animal trailer and deliver the animals to your pens and pastures yourself. Now behind this is the animal dealer sell point, and over here is the AI helper Katie. And now heading down the street, we're going to be heading to our main starting farm. Very picturesque with all the wildflowers here. And now that we are at our main starting farm, let's go ahead and check out our starting equipment. I'm going to go ahead and head right over here. We'll start out just over here. Okay. So take a look at our starting equipment. Let's go over to this screen here and go to vehicles. We start out by having the AGCO 650 weight, the Agromaz POV 5XL, that is a plow. We have the Aprilia RX 125 motorbike. We also have a Deutzfahr AgroStar 8.31 tractor. We have a FarmTech EDK 650 trailer, a Horsch Credo 3, I believe that's a Power Harrow. We have the Horsch Versa Cedar, John Deere 3650 tractor. We also have the Noki Crossmax 300. That is a cultivator, I think, or possibly a disc harrow. We have the Noki Eco Cultivator 300, so this one is the cultivator. We have a Massey Ferguson MF 1840 baler, the Massey Ferguson MF 8570, that is our harvester. We have a Massey Ferguson MF 8570 header and the 8570 trailer. We also have the Selec RZK 300H, that is a fertilizer spreader, and that is everything. So we'll start right here with our silo Right next to it, we have a chicken coop, room for 20 chickens. Our feed goes here, and our eggs will spawn here. Over here, we have our sleep trigger, right there. And right there, we have AI helper Walter. Now over here, we have a pig barn, room for 25 pigs. Feed goes here, and slurry comes out right on this side over here. We have a wardrobe trigger tucked away in the back over here. Let's go ahead and check it. Yep, perfect. And that is everything here at the main starting farm. So we're going to go ahead and open up this door. We're going to grab the Deutzfahr here, and we're going to start making our way around the map. Okay, let's pan out just a bit. I have to go around the harvester. We're going to backtrack just a little ways out to the main road. So coming up to the main road here, we're going to make a right. And now coming up here to my left will be our first point of interest. Right over here, we have a production point. This is the local spinner for 100,000. You can purchase this. We have our input here, and our output, I believe, was might be the same area here, because that kind of icon is listed right here. So I think this might be an input and output kind of area. And then right next door, this is the local store Toj Kozik sell point. Hopping in the tractor, we're going to head down the road a little ways, make a right. I just realized that something is over there that kind of caught my attention. Oh, that's the animal dealer right over there. That's just the backside of the animal dealer. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind. So over here, starting with this one, this is the pallet shop trigger. This is where you can get all your palleted goods from base game. Right here, shop trigger and repair trigger right there. And a lime buying station right there. Hop back in, get turned around, backtrack to the main road, and now we'll stop here again, coming around over here. Whoop, I missed him. AI helper David is right there. And around this corner, we have the farm sell point. This is the bales portion of it. And if we come around to this side, in here, we have the grain portion of it. And then we'll go ahead and exit out of here and run right next door. This is the local bakery production point. You can purchase this for $80,000. We have an output along the fence right there, and input right here. And now we'll hop back in and head around the rest of this map. Now we'll make a right. We'll follow this around until we reach our next point of interest. All right, coming around the backside over here to my left, that is the greenhouse keeper sell point. Following this around. Gonna keep following this road all the way back. All right, now coming up here, we're gonna make a right. And followed by an almost immediate left right here. Now coming up here ahead of me, that is the Closec grain elevator. That is a sell point. Turn around once again, back out to the main stretch. We'll stop right here. Over here, we have the sawmill. You can purchase the sawmill for $200,000. The wood cell trigger right there. We have our input here. We also have AI helper Noah back there, and output is right there. Coming up to my left is the gas station, as well as tucked away just behind all the pumps there, right along the field line there. That is a electrical charging station. So now we're going to take this little 2-track all the way out to here. Little ways away from everything for our next point of interest. We'll continue to follow this around to the left here. And now our point of interest is starting to come into view. Tucked all the way back here is another production point. Right back here, this is the local carpenter. Purchased this for $150,000. Right here we have an input, wood cell trigger is right here, and output is on the back side of the fence right over there. So just get turned around real quick. Now we're just backtracking just a little ways, and then we're going to go take in the last couple of points of interest on this map as we continue to follow this around. Now right here we're going to make a right. And just keep following this down south until we reach our final destination. Cutting through the tree line here. Now here we'll make a right. And then we follow this road all the way down until we reach our final spot. All right, coming into view in the distance there. Now, right over here. Starting here, we have AI helper Ben, and then we have the large farm sell point, as well as the bale sell point in the back. You can see it all the way back over there. And that is it. That is everything here on Lipinki. I believe is how it's pronounced. Lipinki, yes. Anyways, now it's time to render my opinion, let you know what I think. 0 to 5 scale as per usual. This map, I think, is pretty decent. I think it's pretty decent. It's got some really nice kind of looks and features going on it. Got some really good character. Now, I will say some of the things that I don't like first is that there really seems to be a lot of spattering of colors, and they're very concentrated in certain parts of the map. You can see, like, I'm driving here on the side of the road, and we'll get the whites, the pinks, the reds, and they're really kind of clustered. So it just feels off to me, I guess. Almost borderline cartoonish. Again, another big cluster right there next to the field there. Again, next to the road right here. Like, it's really clustered. It just doesn't feel right for some reason. But I mean, outside of that, the color palette is really good. I think it's got a really kind of muted and toned down kind of color, with the exception of these kind of smatterings of, you know, large chunks of flowers every once in a while. Like right here, another big example here, and you're right here next to your starting farm, so you're going to see this quite often. And again, right here next to this pond, you're going to get a lot of that as well. So yeah, all in all, the color palette is okay. For the most part, it's good, but it could be tweaked just a bit. Outside of that, the terrain and undulations on these fields are very nice. It's got some very gentle, nice kind of sloping, sweeping kind of a look to it. And it's got a lot of little areas to kind of go and explore. You got some forestry bits, you got some... Oh, you know what that reminds me? I don't think I went over how much land was. Let's go ahead and check out the map just real quick. And actually, we'll kind of show all the route that we took as well. So we started out about right here on the road, came down to the dairy and the milk sale point. We then came over to the biogas plant. Here, let's go ahead and there. Went to the biogas plant. We went to the animal dealer and animal dealer sell point. Went across the street to the main farm. Came back out, up over to the spinnery. Then across the way to the local store, Twoj Kozek. Then over to the shop area here where we saw the pallet trigger, a store trigger, as well as the repair trigger, line buying station. Came back up and around, and we saw AI helper David, as well as the farm sell point. And then right next door to the local bakery, came up and around and saw the greenhouse keeper. Then came following this all the way over to this sell point here, which is the Klosek grain elevator. We then came down around to the sawmill and AI helper Noah. We saw the gas station as well as the electrical charging station. We then came all the way out and down to here where we saw the carpentry, the local carpentry. Came back out, followed this road all the way down here to the large farm sell point, as well as AI helper Ben. So yeah, like I was saying before. And field prices. That's what I also meant to show as well. So let's start out with some of these smaller ones here. We got one for $12,000. We got another for $22,000. So really good kind of introductory kind of fields. Got one for $50,000, $39,000, $53,000. So again, you got some good cheap variety to start out with. You got $64,000. One of the bigger ones up here, $141,000. We got $139,000. $177,000, and then we start looking into forestry bits. $49,000, not too bad. $48,000, again, very good. Got one right here for $55,000. So yeah, all in all, you've got some pretty decently priced fields and forestry. So that's actually really good. This chunk here is over $200,000, but that's a pretty decent sized chunk of the map right there. So yeah, all in all, you got some pretty good kind of general building up and ramping up of the field prices. But yeah, like I was saying, the kind of terrain is very nice. I do like the fact that the kind of the pricing for the fields and whatnot are actually not that expensive. and gives you something to relatively easily work towards. I really like how these kind of back roads kind of lead in and out to different places. You don't necessarily have to take the main paved roads. You can come out and go potentially a little bit longer ways, but it all looks really, really nice. The farm areas are set up very nice, like this kind of greenhouse area back here. This is really nice. I mean, yeah, all in all, I think this is a nice map, and I think that it's worthy of a 3.5 out of 5. I think this one is a really good one, a bit above average. I wouldn't say it's an absolute, in shock and awe, but good. It's a good map at the end of the day. But yeah, I think that's going to be a good place to leave it. I hope you enjoyed this map tour. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing. The show you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.